Welcome to my channel. My name is Mary. Today we are doing sort of a one brand makeup tutorial. What I've noticed lately is I've been picking up a lot of Wet n Wild products and I've been loving all of them, to be honest. And so I kind of just went through my makeup and saw what I have, and I do have quite a few things. So I'm really excited to do this because I haven't tried them all in one makeup look. So let's get started. I'm gonna start off with this Clinique primer. It's called the Universal Super Primer. I have a little bit left of that. Just gonna dab that, whatever's left. Also gonna mix the Prime Light Milani primer. I don't have a Wet n Wild foundation. I just wanted to use what I had. So I'm using the Maybelline Superstay 24-hour foundation, and I'm mixing it with the Sonia Kashuk foundation for a more satin finish. Photo Focus Concealer. It's tested under 7 different lights, so it doesn't give flashback. That on the center of my face to brighten it and conceal. A little bit of a thicker consistency, so I'm working and it kind of dries a little quickly, so I'm working fast. I'm gonna use my finger. I always do this under the eye, just to make sure to get in the corners. Also prepping my eyelid with it instead of using a primer. Just having a little more there and putting a little more on my eyelids. Next, I'm using the Wet n Wild MegaGlo Contour and Highlight Palette. And this is in the shade Dulce de Leche. I'm going to use that yellow shade and set under my eyes. My beauty sponge is very slightly damp. I don't want to mess up the powder, so, and then I'm setting around the mouth. I'm also using this to highlight, so highlight and set. It's a nice yellowy tone, which will help brighten under the eyes and the center of the face. Whatever's left, I'm just putting, setting my eyelids with as well. I'm taking this Wet n Wild stick, and I'm gonna do some cream contouring with that first, and then I'll go in with the powder. Blending upward, down on the chin. I'm just gonna clean up the contour a little bit right here. I picked up this contour brush from Wet n Wild. It's not dense, so it's really good for contouring and getting in the hollows of the cheeks, and I also use it for blush. So let's go back to this palette. I'm picking up the contour shade and setting where I did the cream contour. Whoa, I went a little too high up there. Whoops. Okay, all fixed. It does have a lot of kickback, the dark shade, so just tap that off. I've been using this cream blush a lot, especially on the go, like if I'm in the car and I have to do my makeup really quick. And it has kind of a pearly sheen to it. Let's blend that in with my finger. I would stop here, but I actually want to show you this color as well. It's the powder blush in the color Mellow Wine. I wouldn't normally do this, but I just want to use it because it's another Wet n Wild product that I like. It's a nice mauve type blush color. I zoomed in a little bit and I'm gonna do my eyebrows. I'm just gonna use what I have, and it's the NYX Eyebrow Cake Powder. Taking the lighter brown shade. Mixing some of the darker brown just on the edge of my brow. And I take the wax that it has and I just run it over with my finger. It sets it in place. I'm gonna go back to this contour palette, just dabbing that off, and I'm going into the, I'm using it as a crease shade. I like doing this because it brings the whole look together when you use the same color for your contour and you use that in the crease of your eye, and it just unifies everything. Next, I'm taking that Wet n Wild blush I used, and I'm actually going to use that on my eyes. I'm going to take this color also on my bottom lash line. Also go back to that contour shade. Put that on the outer corner of my lower lash line. It's a very creamy color. Smudging that out. This is the Wet n Wild highlighting powder in the color Precious Petals. I'm gonna pop that on the inner corners of my eyes. I'm gonna use my finger and put that on the center of my lid. I don't go for like rose gold highlights, but it's nice and it goes with the rest of my makeup. One more on the Cupid's bow, just so I'm satisfied. Okay, I'm using the Smashbox primer water. Just pressing in the areas that I would normally crease, just to make sure that's locked in place. I'll be using two L'Oreal mascaras. One of my favorites, the Voluminous Lash Paradise. I always use this. I'll let that sit for a second before I do a second coat. Just have some like ointment that I use on my lips. I'm taking that blush again and put that on and see how that looks. I'm gonna do the second coat on my lashes, and now I'm using the Voluminous mascara, and I actually let it sit for a little bit with the wand out because it's very wet formula. Just doing one last coat of that. Doing a little flick on the ends. I do like the lip combo that I came up with the blush, but because I forgot to use this concealer by Wet n Wild, I thought I'd try to lighten the color a little bit and see how that looks. So I'm gonna put some on the back of my hand and then just dab it on the center. Just to have a little more fun, I'm taking the highlighter and I'm gonna dab some on my lips as well. So this is the finished look. You guys should definitely check out Wet n Wild. I think it's a great price point. I love that it's cruelty free and I've just really been enjoying their products. So I hope you enjoyed my video and I hope to see you next time. See you later.